Now, Count on 2, live and local in the Lowcountry. This is News 2 Today.
Breaking overnight, a deadly accident leaves Republican congressional candidate Katie Arrington seriously injured. We know Arrington and another passenger inside the car were taken to the hospital following a car accident that happened in Adams Run. News 2's Macy McLeod is live in downtown Charleston right now with the Medical University of South Carolina. And Macy, information still coming in, but right now we know that Arrington was on her way to Hilton Head.
Yes, Carrington. Arrington's campaign manager tells us that she was on her way to Hilton Head for a speaking engagement scheduled for first thing this morning. Now, let me tell you what we know about the accident so far. According to the Charleston County Sheriff's Office, Arrington was in the car with 59-year-old Jacqueline Goff. They were hit by a car driving in the wrong direction on Highway 17. The driver of that wrong-way vehicle died at the scene. Both Arrington and Goff are now in the hospital in serious condition.
Katie's very strong. She'll, we're hopeful and prayerful that it'll be a quick recovery, and we'll be back on it soon.
We do know that Arrington went into surgery overnight, and her campaign manager relayed a message from her family asking everyone to pray for all of the victims in this crash, including the deceased driver and their family. We will continue to stay out here this morning and bring you updates on Arrington's condition as we get them. Reporting live at MUSC, Macy McLeod, Count on 2.
Just 11 days ago, Arrington defeated Congressman Mark Sanford in the Republican primary. President Trump tweeted an endorsement of Arrington while voters were still at the polls. Just 2 hours ago, voters in Charleston and Dorchester County sent Arrington to the a week ago, that is, sent Arrington to the State House as representative for District 94. She entered politics after working as an executive with military defense contractors. She and her husband and their family live in Somerville. And of course, we will continue to give you more information as it comes in. Again, you can go to counton2.com to read more. We are in a weather alert again today. This is about the 5th day in a row when we've seen extreme temperatures that really can be dangerous for a lot of people if they don't take the right precautions. We are going to check in right now with meteorologist Ariel Hooley, who is in for Chrissy Kohler. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning, Carolyn. Yeah, we are talking another scorcher of a day out there. Now, just to put this in reference for you, we actually broke a record yesterday for the warmest minimum temperature. So that's your wake-up temperature. We woke up yesterday to a temperature of 79, and that shattered the old record of 78 set back in 2011. So definitely a warm stretch of weather here. You can see we're already starting off on a warm note. It is 77 currently right now in Charleston, but it feels like 78, 79 on Folly Beach, and it feels already like 83. Feels like 84 right here in Mount Pleasant, and it feels like 84 in Sullivan's Island as well. The place to be, once again, further inland, a little less humidity, so you're waking up to temperatures that feel a little closer to your actual temperature. Now, it's going to be another warm day. We have a heat advisory once again in effect for the afternoon hours from about noon until 7 p.m. for all the areas shaded in orange. We're looking at another day with heat index values heading for 105 to 110. So be prepared. It's going to be another hot day where you need to remember to drink plenty of water. Take those precautions with not only yourself, the elderly, children, as well as your pets. You need to keep an eye on everybody as we head into this afternoon. Now, we do have the slight chance for a couple possible storms to pop on up. It is a low chance, but any storms that do pop do have the potential to become strong to even severe. I'll have the latest timeline on that, and of course, the biggest threats with those coming up in just a little bit. Carolyn?
All right, Ariel, thank you. A shooting leaves a man dead, and Charleston police are looking for a suspect this morning. Police say around 11 o'clock last night, they were called to Norman Street in downtown Charleston. After arriving at that scene, police found a man dead of gunshot wounds. You can call authorities with information about this investigation. Caught on camera, several cars set on fire at a Carowinds amusement park in North Carolina. This happened Friday afternoon. Fire officials say around 10 cars were affected by that fire. They have ruled out foul play. They believe that a mechanical issue sparked the flames. No one was hurt as a result of that fire. On Tuesday, voters will pick the Republican nominee for South Carolina governor in a runoff. On Friday, two left-standing, John Warren and Henry McMaster, were out on the campaign trail. The incumbent McMaster wrapped up his night in Pawleys Island. Before that, he was in Conway and also in Florence, where he emphasized that he has President Trump's endorsement.
He knows that South Carolina is leading the country in economic growth and development, and he wants to be a part of it. He wants to help, and I'm glad to have him in the White House.
Happening today, Vice President Mike Pence will lead a rally for Governor McMaster. That will happen at Coastal Carolina University's Kimball Arena in Conway. It will start at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The president will attend a campaign rally Monday night at Airport High School in West Columbia. That will start at 7. Thursday night, the Charleston County Democratic Party unanimously rejected an election protest filed against probate judge Democratic nominee Stephanie Ganaway Paisley, an attorney accusing her of tax fraud. Campaign attorney Dana Atkins argued Ganaway Paisley was not a qualified voter because she and her husband own two homes, one in Charleston County, the other in Williamsburg County. Atkins says a married couple could not claim two residences at a 4% tax rate. They would have to claim one as a secondary residence at a 6% rate. Thursday, the Charleston County Democratic Party unanimously voted, saying the property problem was a mistake.
I feel like the person who filed this protest, they've known this for a while and just chose to bring it up after the election to try and sort of muddy the waters. But, you know, we feel like as a party, we're united and ready to move forward to November.
The committee to elect Wiley sent us a statement about last night's hearing. The protests alleged that the opponent was not qualified for the ballot for multiple reasons. Pursuant to Title VII of South Carolina law, the campaign was represented at the hearing. However, neither the campaign nor Kelsey Wiley were parties to the protest. The Charleston County Democratic Party has now spoken through that hearing, and as gatekeepers of the Democratic ballot, it was their decision to make. A low-country road project is going to impact drivers in Goose Creek. The intersection at Highway 52 at Red Bank Road is one of the busiest in the low country. Crews will work to completely replace the railroad tracks at that intersection. The work will begin Monday morning and is expected to last until next Friday. Shutting down this road will have a big impact on local businesses.
Some of us have to transfer to the Wendy's on St. James so that we can obtain our same amount of hours. We're hoping that the other side of the tracks will get a lot more business.
Goose Creek officials requested that CSX complete this project at night and on weekends, but that request was declined. You know, when it is hot outside, like it's been all week, one of the most important things that you can do to make sure that you and your family is safe is to stay hydrated. Dehydration can lead to headaches, fatigue, and in extreme cases can lead to hospitalization. Drinking at least 8 glasses of water per day is ideal if you plan on staying in an area that's air conditioned all day. However, you should have extra water with you if you find yourself outdoors, especially for prolonged periods of time. Temperatures this hot can affect the body's natural ability to cool itself down.
It's basically just when your body has lost the amount of extra water it needs in order to make sure that it's keeping all their cells with the right amount of water in it. It's something that your body really does. Most of your organs actually really care about how hydrated you are. Between your kidneys and your lungs and your heart, all of them will certainly show signs of how hydrated you are.
The best way to know how much water you need is to keep track of your urine output and also the color of your urine. The lighter the color, the more hydrated you are. Beginning in July, a new law in Georgia will take effect banning the use of phones while driving unless it's hands-free. Here in South Carolina, the consequence for violating the texting while driving law is $25. The House debated a bill this past year that would increase that fine to $100, but it did not pass. A Somerville family has experienced multiple accidents within the last few months, and they believe people who are distracted while driving is causing roads in this state to be unsafe.
Used to it, we're probably guilty of it to some degree. Maybe all of us are guilty to some degree, but it doesn't really resonate or strike the chord in your heart until it happens to your immediate family.
Last year, South Carolina Highway Patrol troopers wrote more than 1,200 distracted driving tickets across the state. The University of South Carolina Board of Trustees voted Friday to revoke the honorary degree given to actor-comedian Bill Cosby back in 1986. The board calling his criminal convictions repugnant. Cosby could face up to 30 years in prison. He will find out exactly how many years during his sentencing, which happens in September.
Next on News 2.
Right now, we are showing you live images at the Medical University of South Carolina Hospital in downtown Charleston. Congressman candidate Katie Arrington involved in a car crash overnight in Adams Run. She was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. We know that she is out of surgery. We will have a full report on what the investigation into that accident has revealed in our next half hour. Stay with us.